Hi guys, I am Mahesh B. Koot, and today we are going to discuss the second part of the biomolecule, that is structural elucidation of glucose. So what is structural elucidation? Nothing but how the glucose structure is located. So scientists did many reactions to know the glucose structure. So glucose is like this. So what are the functional group present in glucose and all. Okay, that we have to study now. Nothing but structural elucidation of glucose. In previous class, we have discussed regarding the molecular formula of the glucose and some reactions on that. So now we are going to discuss the structural elucidation of glucose. Nothing but how the glucose structure is located. Okay. Structural elucidation of glucose. So first point we know all guys, that is molecular formula of glucose is is equal to how much? C6H12O6. We all know guys, C6H12O6 is the molecular formula of glucose. So second reaction what the scientists did is they taken a glucose and added halogen acid, nothing but HI, halogen acid, HI or HCl like that, in presence of red phosphorus, nothing but reducing agent. So what they did, they taken a glucose, added HI in presence of red phosphorus. The scientist got is this one, N-hexane they got, CH3, single bond, CH2, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what is the name of this one guys? Look at the name. How many carbon atoms are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 carbon atom, hexa. Is it? All are single bond, A and E. So name is, state chain is there, therefore N. So totally name of this compound is N-hexane. When glucose is treated with HI, nothing but halo acid, in presence of red phosphorus, nothing but reducing agent, we are getting N-hexane as a byproduct, as a product. So this indicates that, this reaction indicates glucose having how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. So this indicates glucose has 6 carbon atoms. Glucose has 6 carbon atoms. This one. And all 6 carbon atoms are in straight chain. So this is the indication of first reaction. So second reaction what the scientists did is they taken a glucose and added hydroxylamine, nothing but NH2OH. So when they add the hydroxylamine to glucose, scientists got is, what they got means, they got glucose oxime, nothing but look at here, C double bond NOH, single bond R I will tell. So this one R is remaining part of the glucose. So this group is called oxime group. Which group guys? This is an oxime group. So when glucose is added with hydroxylamine, we are getting oxime. So this reaction indicates that this glucose has carbonyl group. This one is your C double bond O, carbonyl group. How this reaction happens? Look at here. Let us say your glucose has this one, carbonyl group, and remaining part, let us say remaining part of the glucose is R. So when you are adding this one, what is this? Hydroxylamine. So what happens is, look at here, this H2O molecules, this H2O molecule is eliminated and double bond is bonded to the nitrogen. So nothing but oxime. Look at here, single bond C is there, double bond N and OH. So here remaining part of the glucose as C double bond NOH. So this group is called oxime group and this H2 is eliminated. So this reaction clearly indicating what? Glucose having C double bond O, nothing but carbonyl group. Which group? Carbonyl group. So this entire reaction indicates that glucose having carbonyl group or C double bond O group. So structural elucidation of glucose we are discussing now. So in that, molecular formula of glucose, you know, C6H12O6. And when glucose is reacted with HI in presence of red phosphorus, we are getting N-hexane. What are we getting? N-hexane. So that reaction indicates what? That reaction indicates there are 6 carbon atoms and all are in straight chain. Second reaction. So they can have glucose, added hydroxylamine to that. So when they added hydroxylamine to that, they are getting oxime. So what is the name of this one? Means gluconoxime. Glucose oxime. Okay. Glucose oxime they are getting. That means C double bond NOH. So look at this reaction. C double bond O, NH2OH. So H2O is removed. Look at here. This one H2O is removed, remaining double bond NOH. Double bond NOH. So this reaction indicates that glucose has which group? Glucose has carbonyl group. So up to this one, we come to know that glucose is having 6 carbon atoms and all are in a straight chain. One thing. Another thing, glucose having carbonyl group. At this stage, we know only glucose having carbonyl group, but that carbonyl group may be aldehyde or carbonyl group may be ketone. Look at here. This one your carbonyl group. Is it? So if you add H here, this is one is an aldehyde. So only this much means it is your ketone. So which carbonyl group is present, we not know at this stage. So for further, we have to see some other reaction to know that either it is a aldehyde carbonyl group or ketonic carbonyl group. Okay. So see now. Similarly, when we add, look at here. This one is our glucose. When you add hydrogen cyanide, you are getting cyanohydrins like this. This is remaining part of glucose. So when glucose taken, added hydrogen cyanide, we are getting cyanohydrins. Cyanohydrins. Look at here. Cyano group is there, OH group is there. So therefore this one is called cyanohydrin. R is remaining part of the glucose. So when glucose is added with hydrogen cyanide, we are getting cyanohydrins. Cyanohydrins. So this reaction also indicates that glucose having carbon-carbon oxygen double bond, that is carbonyl group we are having. Is it? So this reaction also indicating that glucose having carbonyl group. But in this stage also we can't say carbonyl group is an aldehyde group or ketonic group. To know the carbonyl group is aldehyde or ketone, we have to study the next reactions. Look at here. That is fourth reaction of glucose. Take a glucose, add bromine water. What is that? Bromine water. So what we are getting is, when glucose is added with bromine water, we are getting this one, gluconic acid. Remaining part you write like this, that is also fine. So this is the remaining part of gluconic acid. Let us say this one means what? That whatever carbonyl group is present in glucose, no, that carbonyl group is oxidized to which group? This one is your carboxylic acid group. Carboxylic acid group. So this reaction indicates that, look at here, we know glucose having carbonyl group. When we add bromine water to carbonyl group, we are getting carboxylic acid. So this reaction clearly indicates this carbonyl group must be, indicates carbonyl group is aldehyde only. The carbonyl group is aldehyde only. Aldehyde means this one. Carbonyl group having one side H, one side any alkyl group. Is it? So from this reaction we conclude that glucose having carbonyl group, and that carbonyl group must be an aldehyde carbonyl group. Aldehyde carbonyl means CO double bond, C double bond O and one side H, one side any alkyl group. Is it? So up to this we can write the structure of glucose as like this. Look at here. This one is an aldehyde group. So remaining like this 4 times, and this one is a 5th time. So up to this we can write this is a structure of glucose. Okay. To know either glucose contain primary OH group or secondary OH group, So we have to study next reactions of the glucose. Are you following, guys? So up to this we know that glucose having 6 carbon atoms, glucose having carbonyl group, and glucose having carbonyl group, that is an aldehydic carbonyl group. Which carbonyl group? Aldehydic carbonyl group. How we come to know this one? By using bromine water reaction. When you add glucose to bromine water, we are getting carboxylic acid. Nothing but name of this one is gluconoic acid. Gluconoic acid. So carboxylic acid we are getting. That means only aldehydic carbonyl group gives carboxylic acid. So therefore from this reaction we conclude that glucose having aldehydic carbonyl group only. Okay. Now to study the glucose having similar OH groups, so either they are primary alcoholic groups, that is nothing but primary OH group, or secondary OH group. So what is primary OH group, guys? Look at here. This one is a primary. Carbon with OH group here, any one substituent, remaining are H. Ready? One side is substituent, any substituent, and only one substituent, OH group attached. This one is primary alcoholic group. Primary alcoholic. Okay, this one. Two side substituent means, look at here, two substituent. So that means this OH is secondary alcoholic or secondary OH group. Are you getting, guys? So to know primary alcoholic group are present or secondary alcoholic group are present, we should follow the next reactions of glucose. So those are nothing but, look at here. I hope you understood what are the primary alcoholic group and secondary alcoholic group. Look at here. Next one. And glucose, nothing but this one. Now you know this is an aldehydic group, remaining whatever, remaining part of the glucose. When you add this one, acetic anhydride, what we are adding? This one is your acetic anhydride. When we add acetic anhydride to glucose, we are getting pentaacetyl derivative. Look at here. So this one, whatever this one is there, no? CH3COO, we have to add here. This one is same as it is CHO here. CHOCOCH3. This one 4 times. So remaining CH2OCOCH3. This one is in one acetyl group. These are 4 acetyl group. So what is the name of this one? Pentaacetyl derivative. What we are getting, guys? Pentaacetyl derivative. Look at here. This one is your glucose. When glucose is reacted with acetic anhydride, we are getting 4 plus 1, 5 molecules of pentaacetyl derivative. 5 molecules of acetyl derivative. Therefore, the name pentaacetyl derivative. So this reaction indicates what? This reaction indicates in glucose there are 5 OH groups are present. In glucose, this reaction indicates what? Indicates that in glucose there are 5 OH groups are present. So indicates that in glucose there are 5 OH groups are present. Look at here. This one OH, these are 4 OH and this one is in 5th OH. So when I add acetic anhydride, we are getting this one 4 acetyl derivative, this one is 1 acetyl derivative. Totally 5 acetyl derivative. Therefore the name pentaacetyl derivative. Therefore this reaction indicates that glucose having 5 OH groups. So up to this what we know, glucose is having 6 carbon atom, glucose is having carbonyl group, that carbonyl group must be an aldehyde, and now we have studied the glucose having 5 OH groups, nothing but 5 hydroxy groups. So now we have to find out of 5 OH groups, how many are primary OH groups and how many are secondary OH groups. For that we have to follow next reaction of glucose, nothing but So when glucose, nothing but this one, glucose is added with concentrated HNO3. Concentrated HNO3. HNO3 means nitric acid. So when glucose is added with concentrated HNO3, we are getting, look at here, this aldehyde group is also oxidized to carboxylic acid, and this one is your secondary OH group is also oxidized to carbonyl group. Look at how the product is appearing like this. So when glucose is reacted with concentrated HNO3, we are getting aldehyde is also converted into carboxylic acid, and secondary alcohol is also converted into carboxylic acid. This reaction indicates that in a glucose there is one secondary OH group. This one is a secondary OH group. Secondary because only it is attached to, look at here. Sorry, only one primary OH group. Only one primary OH group. This one, these all are secondary OH groups. Are you getting, guys? So it contains only one primary OH group. Look at here. What is the nature of the HNO3? Means it will oxidize. Look at it. This one is anybody. It may be aldehyde, it may be ketone. So when you add HNO3, it will become like this. Nothing but this one. Are you getting, guys? Nothing but aldehyde when reacted with HNO3, we are getting carboxylic acid. Like that only, when this primary alcohol, CH2OH means it is a, CH3OH means it is a primary alcohol is reacted with HNO3, there also we are getting this one, OH, carboxylic acid only. Are you following, guys? Same way in glucose, aldehyde is present, that is converted into carboxylic acid. In glucose, primary alcohol is there, that is converted into carboxylic acid. If ketone is there, look at here, this one. This is a secondary alcohol. This is also primary. This is a secondary alcohol. When we add secondary alcohol, HNO3, when we add HNO3 to secondary alcohol, we are getting ketones. We are getting ketones instead of carboxylic acid. Are you getting, guys? Therefore, what we should do here, look at here. When glucose is added with concentrated HNO3, we are getting two COH group. This indicates that aldehyde group is converted into carboxylic acid. No doubt about that. But thing is, look at here. Last carbon atom OH group is there? No. That is also converting into COH. This reaction clearly indicates that the last carbon atom attached to OH group is an primary OH group. Look at here. Primary OH group only converted into carboxylic acid. But secondary OH group does not undergo carboxylic acid production. It will undergo ketone production. So therefore, this carbonyl group, this alcoholic group must be an primary OH group. So from this reaction indicates that the OH, last OH group, that is one OH group present in glucose, out of 5 OH, one OH group, that is at the last carbon atom, one OH group at the last carbon atom is primary OH group. Which OH group? Primary OH group. I hope you understood, guys. So this one is a structural elucidation of glucose. So by combining all these facts, nothing but we know from the first reaction, glucose is having 6 carbon atoms. From the second reaction, what we have? Glucose is having carbonyl group. From the third reaction, what we did? So carbonyl group is an aldehyde group. And from the fifth reaction, what we got? In glucose having 5 OH groups. In sixth reaction, what we have? Out of 5 OH group, one OH group must be a primary alcoholic OH group, and remaining 4 are secondary OH groups. So that primary OH group is attached to last carbon atom. So combining all these facts, so what we can write, the structure of the glucose is, look at here, combining all these, look at here, glucose having 6 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glucose having 6 carbon atom. First what we did, glucose is having carbonyl group, that must be an aldehyde. Look at here, this one is a carbonyl group, that is an aldehyde. Is it? So again, from the last reaction we have glucose having one OH group, that is primary, that means last carbon atom, CH2OH, is it? So remaining from the, not only these six reactions, scientists did many other reactions to know the glucose structure. So that by using all the facts, so what they conclude is this is a structure of glucose. Whenever OH is added, opposite side you have to add H. Whenever H is there, you have to add opposite side OH. That's it. So combining all the 5 reactions, nothing but this is equivalent to this one. Look at here. CHO also you can write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is in 6th carbon. OH, OH, H, OH. So this is what structure of glucose, guys. So by using combining all these facts, so this is a structural elucidation of glucose. By using all these reactions, one can easily find out that the structure of the glucose is like this. So I will quickly recall what we have studied in this class. Look at here. From the first we know the molecular formula of the glucose is C6H12O6. So from first reaction what we did, we taken a glucose and added HI. What we added? HI. Nothing but any HI or HCl, halogen acid you add in presence of red phosphorus. So what is the role of red phosphorus there? That acts as a reducing agent. So when HI and red phosphorus is added to glucose, we are getting N-hexane. That reaction indicates that, first one, that reaction indicates that glucose having 6 carbon atoms. Glucose having 6 carbon atoms. Second reaction, what we did in second reaction, we taken a glucose, added hydroxylamine, NH2OH. What we are getting there? Glucose oxime. Nothing but oxime we got. From the second reaction, what we did? We got an oxime. That reaction indicates what? That reaction indicates glucose having carbonyl group. This one, glucose having carbonyl group. And also same thing, another reaction we did, nothing but we taken a glucose and added hydrogen cyanide to that. There we are getting cyanohydrins. That also indicates glucose having carbonyl group. Carbonyl group means this one, C11O, this one. So now from the third reaction what we did is we taken a glucose and added bromine water to that. So when we added bromine water to that, we got CHO is converted into COOH. That means carbonyl group is converted into carboxylic acid group. So that indicates that glucose having carbonyl group, and that carbonyl group must be an aldehyde group only. Aldehyde means carbonyl group in this reaction only we got, it is a carbonyl group. But in this reaction we got this is an aldehyde group. So in fourth reaction, what we did in fourth reaction, we taken a glucose and added what? Acetic anhydride, CH3COOCOCH3. Acetic anhydride we added. By using that reaction, what we got there? We got penta-acetyl derivative. What we got? Penta-acetyl derivative. Nothing but 5 acetyl group is attached to that. That indicates glucose having 5 OH groups. That indicates glucose having 5 OH groups. And at this stage, we can't say either it is a primary alcoholic group or secondary alcoholic group. To know that, we did last reaction. That is, glucose is treated with concentrated nitric acid. Glucose is treated with concentrated nitric acid. We got COO which group above and also COOH group below. That indicates that glucose is having aldehyde group and also glucose is having one primary alcoholic group. Nothing but I told no, this one, last carbon. This one is a primary alcoholic group, primary OH. So these all four are secondary OH group. How these are secondary? Look at here. This OH is attached to carbon. That carbon attached to here, above one carbon, below one carbon. 2 substituent group. Therefore, this one is a secondary. Similarly, this one is a secondary. But look at here. This OH group is attached to carbon. This carbon attached to only one substituent group. Is it? So in other substituent group is not there. Therefore, this one is a primary alcoholic group. So combining all these facts, this is a primary alcohol. One primary alcohol. So combining all these facts, we say that glucose having this structure. I hope you understood, guys. So from the next coming classes, we are going to discuss some reactions of the glucose and structure of the fructose and some nucleic acid, proteins, vitamins and all. So this is all regarding this class, guys. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts and regarding anything, queries, you can comment below. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe. All the best, guys.